Okay, in this example, we're going to solve a system of equations using substitution. So there's about 5 steps, and I'm just going to briefly explain them here. All right, so first thing we want to do is isolate a variable. Sometimes they're already isolated. Sometimes your variable can already equal a number, like those horizontal and vertical lines, like x equals 3 or y equals 2. Okay, so when that happens, when x equals or any variable equals a number, you can pretty much jump to step 4 and then solve for the other variable. All right, so in that case, we'll see some of those. For the most part, you're going to isolate a variable, then you're going to substitute that equation you just isolated into the other equation. Then you solve for the first variable. It could be either the x or the y. Okay. Once that variable is solved for, you're then going to substitute it into any equation, because by that time you'll have a number for that variable, and then you'll solve for the other variable, and then you have both variables solved. Okay, so let's give this a try here. All right, so example 5 from the notes, we got y equals 2x plus 11. So in this case, y is already isolated. So if I take this 2x minus 11, okay, I'm going to substitute that for the y, because it's y equals, into the y of the other equation. All right, so we'll take the 4x plus 3, and then we're going to put the 2x minus 11 into that y variable. Okay, now we go negative 13. All right, so let's solve this out. We're going to distribute this 3. So we're going to get 4x plus 6x minus 33 equals negative 13. Let's combine like terms. So we're going to get 10x minus 33 equals negative 13. Let's go ahead and add 33 both sides. And we get 10x equals 20. And then we're going to divide by 10. And then we get x equals 2. All right, so that's through step 3, solve for one of the variables. Now, once we have variables equals a number, like x equals 2, we can substitute into any equation. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute into the top equation, because that one already isolated the y, and that's what we want. Okay, so we'll go ahead and use, substitute the 2 for the x, and then we're going to get y equals 4 minus 11, and then this is going to be y equals negative 7. Okay, so now we got to write a solution as an ordered pair. So 2 goes in the x spot, negative 7 goes in the y spot, and that is our solution there. Okay, and we can also quickly test this solution. Okay, using each equation. So y equals 2x minus 11. We'll substitute 2 for the x and negative 7 for the y. So we'll get negative 7 equals 2 times 2 minus 11. So negative 7 equals 2 times 2 is 4 minus 11. Negative 7 equals negative 7. That is true. Okay, test the other equation. 4x plus 3y equals negative 13. Okay, same thing. Substitute 2 for x, negative 7 for y. So 4 times 2 plus 3 times negative 7 equals a negative 13. All right, so we get 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times negative 7 is a negative 21. Negative 13. All right, and then this becomes negative 13 equals negative 13. And this one is also true. So that verifies that 2, negative 7, that ordered pair is a solution to this system. So that's a great way to check to see if you did it correctly.